Welcome back to another video about contracting. Instead of talking about the negatives or the cons, we're going to talk about the pros of going overseas as a military contractor. Number one, traveling. So once you get hired by a PMC company, they're going to request you to travel to their location that they need you to work at. So that could be in Asia, Europe, or Africa, or one of the 7 continents around the world. They will pay for your flight fully, and then once you do your time, like a year or whatever, and you're going to return home, they're going to pay for your flight as well. Now, what's a cool little loophole that you can do is that once you go to the location, you work your year, you can put your address to another country. For example, let's say Thailand. And so the company's going to fly you to Thailand, and then you can go on vacation there, but then you have to pay for your flight back home to the United States. So that's a cool little thing they can do, but traveling overall is free. Number 2 is the pay. So the pay, depending on the contract, can be very high, like $85K, $100K to $200K, depending on your position, depending on your skill. It can range from $40,000 to all the way to $200,000. But if you have a good resume, good background and skills, you can make a lot of money overseas compared to back in domestically at home. So number 3 is tax-free, as in you can avoid paying taxes. If you stay overseas for a year, or specifically 335 days, you can go tax-free. That means you'll be saving a lot more money than domestic work. So, for example, let's say your domestic job pays you $90,000, but overseas job pays, say, $86,000. Well, you're going to get that full $86,000 by being overseas military contractor for a whole year, compared to, say, living in California. That $90K is going to go down, way down, due to all the taxes that you get. So that's a really cool benefit, is you put in that hard work, you make all that cash, and it's going to be tax-free. Number 4, bonuses. So it depends on what occurs in the contract. If you sign a contract where it gives you a yearly bonus, let's say $5,000 or $10,000, that's one of the bonuses. You can also get bonuses for combat pay. So let's say if you're working in a military facility and a terrorist group attacks the facility, usually your company is going to give you bonus pay, like hazard pay or combat pay or risk pay. It can range from a few $100s to maybe $1,000 or so. For example, one of our members got $100 when ISIS and the Taliban attacked Bagram back in 2019 in Afghanistan. But there's a bunch of other ways to get bonuses, such as recruiting another person into the company, and many others. Number 5, unique experiences. So if you never deployed overseas while you were in the military, as a contractor, you get to deploy overseas and go to these different countries, get to taste the food, the culture, experience different cool things, see historical locations, travel to different cities, and so on. You're going to experience a lot while you're overseas. Some may experience combat. Some may experience Europe or Asia, or the different tribes in Africa, to the different types of food that they all make. You're going to see like really cool locations such as Petra or the pyramids. I mean, I can go on and how much you will be able to experience and try, and all the stuff that you can try overseas. So contracting overseas, you can do a lot. Number 6, cheap insurance. So this is actually pretty mixed, but I would say it's on a positive, is that you can get health insurance and dental insurance for pretty cheap. It can range from $50 to $200, compared to domestic prices, which can range from $100, $200, $300 to several hundred per month. Overseas, it's much, much cheaper. You also get the support by the medical staff of the U.S. military. For example, if you get shot, the military is going to take care of you. If you fall off a tower, the U.S. military is going to take care of you. But for like personal stuff, like you see you get a kidney stone or you want laser eye surgery, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for that. But for most things, when it comes to job-related incidents and injuries, they're going to cover you, and it's going to be extremely cheap. Number 7, resume experience. So working as a PMC overseas, doing different types of jobs, you get more, say, credit or experience, because not only are you working overseas, but you're kind of experiencing like a military deployment, almost like, as well as maybe even combat experience. This can all definitely build up your resume. This is not even including the training that you receive. So like when you go back home, you want to get a domestic job, they're going to look at your resume. They're going to see that you've interacted with different nations, different cultures, you guarded very important facilities, you protected millions of dollars worth of weapons, equipment, buildings, and personnel. This is going to be really good for many different jobs that you're going to apply to in the future, whether that could be being a police officer, domestic security, executive protection, and so on. So going overseas, it's a good thing. You make a lot of experiences, you gain a lot, you learn a lot, and it's good for your resume and for your future. Now that's all the main ones. I do want to briefly talk about one other, and that is some contracts, especially with whips, is you do 3 months on, 1 month off. So you get to go home for 1 month, which is a really cool benefit as being part of whips. However, if you do that the whole year, you go 3 months on working, 1 month off, that's going to take away your tax-free time. If you're not a person that really cares about money, you're more in it for the experience and the training, but you want to go home and you see your family and stuff, this is a really good opportunity. You do put some work in, go back home, see your family, relax a little bit, and then get back into the work later on. And that can definitely recharge your brain and allow you to continue to work overseas for years to come. I appreciate you guys for listening and watching this video. I highly encourage you guys to like this video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, please put it down below in the comments. If you have anything to add to the pros, please also add that to the comments. Stay tuned for more videos. We're going to have more this month as well as later in the year. And it's going to be a mixture of military, security, contracting, police, and firefighting, and so on. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys.